Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. Now, I've been asked a question many times, and I've asked this question myself also. I have a nice simple melody, and I want to make the harmony for it more interesting. How do I do that? Well, two simple ways I'm going to explain. They're both very similar as well, and they both involve moving. So, the first one is contrary motion. Now, for those of you who are pianists, you probably had to do contrary motion scales in your exams. One hand moves up and the other hand moves down. Now, I'm going to show you a melody by a composer called John Tavener called The Lamb, and it's a very simple melody. Okay? Now, if we were to, now that's in G, if we were to use only the notes in G major, it would sound like this. It sounds pleasant enough, but if we move in exactly the same intervals, this is how it sounds. I'll play it once more. It sounds way more interesting. Now, that I'm moving at exactly the same intervals, just opposite ways. So the first one, G to B, we go up 4 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we go down 4 semitones in the opposite direction. So 1, 2, 4. So when we do that together, it sounds like this. Now we take the next interval, B down to A, 2 semitones, so E flat up 2 semitones to F. So then we have, and you carry on like that, and then you get back eventually to the same note. Now I'm going to play another example from a Tavener piece, slightly longer. It's called The Last Sleep of the Virgin, for string quartet and handbells. And in this last section, the cello and the second violin start on a D, and they have their melody. It's a little bit longer, but it's in contrary motion, okay? So this is how it sounds. So there you can see, started on those Ds and ended back on the Ds again. That's a very Tavener thing to do. Okay, now the next way you can make the harmonies more interesting, you take 2 or more notes. So let's take a C and a G. Now this is parallel motion, where you move exactly the same interval, but the same direction this time. So, and we're moving up in fifths. That sounds a bit folky. We move up in fourths. It sounds a bit more medieval. Now, Debussy, French composer, uses parallel motion a lot. Now, Debussy at the moment is way too hard for me to play, so I have my dad to help me. You have seen him in one of my other videos, and I'm sure he'll pop up in many more. So, Dad's going to play 2 excerpts of a couple of pieces by Debussy. notice how the chords went up in the same direction, the same intervals in that one. And so in that one, we had the whole melody moving at exactly the same time. Now, Dad, if you can just join me again very quickly. Can you just tell the viewers what your channel is about? Because if you really like music, other aspects of it, then...
So you might like to look at my channel, Interval of the Week, in which I explore different musical intervals. For example, the octave, like One Over the Rainbow, or the noble fifth, or the major third, nice friendly interval, or the rather melancholy minor sixth. As he introduces Tristan and Isolde. So, all you want to know about intervals, interval of the week.
There's even one where he connects Marla to Star Trek, and I believe you do train videos as well, for any train enthusiasts.
I've got one train video at least.
One train video at least, you heard it first here. So, click on Dad, and that will take you to his channel. Do check him out at least, and there's lots of interesting stuff. So, hope this was useful, and let me know what other tips you'd like me to do. Thank you very much. Have a good day.